Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm outside in one of my favourite places and today I'm using my marble. I've not lost my marbles, I promise you. I'm using a marble to create some really gorgeous lines, and with those lines will be block colour. Anyway, let me explain it to you throughout the tutorial. Thank you for being here. All of your support really means the world to me. And as always, let's say it together. Let's see what we can create. Okay, so here's the colour palette that I've put together, and you'll notice that I'm using 3 colours from Amsterdam, 1 from Arteza and 2 from Pebeo. And I've mixed all of my colours with water and a pouring medium. 1 part paint, 1 part water, 3 parts pouring medium. But I will list all of that information in the description box below. And if you didn't catch all of those colours as well, they'll be there too. So be sure just to expand that box and you'll see all of that information listed. I don't keep anything secret. My brands, my ratios and the paints are all listed there with lots more information. And of course, I couldn't do a small canvas without using a marble. So that's going to be my tool today. So let's puddle the paints on the canvas. I'm going to take 1 colour at a time and add a puddle of paint onto the canvas before adding the marble to create some really intricate lines. Okay, so the paint's down on the canvas, and now the fun part. Well, I always call it the fun part, but I know some people find it quite stressful because you're scared that you're going to drop the marble. But guys, just do it. Go for it. So drop the marble into one of the puddles, pick up the canvas, and then just tilt the canvas from side to side, and you'll see how that marble travels across those puddles. And it's creating lines as it goes, and it's also infusing those tones together. Once you feel you've got enough lines on your canvas, then just remove the marble by either dropping it onto the table or stirring it into the corner and just picking it up and taking it off the surface area. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let me show you. So I've just placed the marble in the corner. I'm going to get a tissue and just pick up the marble from the canvas. Wipe the marble clean. I'm using a torch just to pop any air bubbles. I don't want any air bubbles there. And then this is the pattern that we've created. So that marble, by going from one puddle to another, has created all these lines. But the interesting part is when you start to stretch that paint, tilting that canvas from side to side and allowing that paint to go over that full surface area, that's when those lines really open up. And that's what we're going to do now. So picking up the canvas and tilting the paint so it covers that full surface area. Okay, I'm really happy with the composition, so I've placed it back on my table, and I'm going to take you in now for a closer look at all those lines. Some are really smooth and curvy, some are jagged, but that's because we've tilted the paint in different directions. But that's one thing that I really love about this technique, the amount of lines and details that you can create simply by just puddling paints on the canvas and dropping a marble into those puddles and tilting it from side to side. Remember, if you're having fun, please give this a thumbs up. If you're finding this useful, please share it out if you can. It really helps me reach new people across YouTube who might be interested in this art form. I'm going to let this dry. It takes just a few days to dry, to touch, but I leave it a good few weeks to fully cure before I varnish it. And a lot of people ask me what varnish I use. I use a spray varnish. I actually use a gloss varnish by Winsor & Newton, and that's my go-to when I varnish my paintings. So let me take you in now for a close-up of this dry version, and you'll see that that gold really pops through. I think it's really dried well. I love that balance between the metallics, that gold and that metallic blue, with all those other colours too. I've had so much fun. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you watching and sharing in the comments below what you see and feel from this piece. And I really hope I get to see you again in the next video. Whatever you're up to creatively, I hope you're having fun and allowing yourself that freedom to paint and create. Take care everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.